Hey there everyone, I'm Esther Bartkiw. Coming up on September 29th, I am going to be hosting and facilitating a very special, important, and unique process working with our sacred masculine energies within. And so I thought I would do this video to address why this is important and who is this for. Okay, and basically it is for everybody because everyone has a sacred masculine energy within that needs some love, some attention, some nourishment, recalibration, renewal, and harmonization with the sacred feminine within. You know, for years now, I would say since about 2012, myself in my healing practice, perhaps I've worked with you, and many people around the world, we have been really focused on working with the sacred feminine within, right? To bring her out of suppression, to blossom, to grow, to nurture her, allow her to have an amazing expression within, and then also in our world. And so we must be mindful and conscious not to neglect the sacred masculine within, because that could cause further separation, which we are here to dissolve and to transmute. And also, while the sacred feminine is growing and blossoming within, right, she's changing. The sacred masculine needs to get up to date with what's going on, or else there's more separation. That energy is going to be lost and confused and what's going on within. So you see, this work is very important to everyone, because when you change and expand these two very important energies within you, two very important aspects within you, it changes everything. And your vibration changes. And what you radiate to the world changes. And so by doing this work, you affect change in every area of your life, but also on the world scene. I'd like you to imagine for a moment that you're a small child, about 5 years old. And in your home where you live, you have a mom and dad. Now, I realize not everybody grew up with a mom and dad, but just for imagination's sake, imagine that right now. And your mom and dad are at odds with one another. And it might show up in many different ways. Maybe they shout and argue. Maybe there's physical abuse. Okay? Maybe there's a real warring energy. Maybe there's no respect. They don't respect each other. They don't listen to each other. They don't talk to each other. There is no communication. There is no support. There's no fun. There is no love. And you are a child in that home. How is it going to affect you? It's going to affect you in every area of your life, mentally, emotionally, physically, beliefs, perceptions, concepts of reality, how men and women are supposed to be, how relationships are supposed to be. Okay? And if that child doesn't do inner work, and a lot of 5-year-olds are not doing inner work on it, it's going to affect you in every area of your life. Okay? Now imagine you're that 5-year-old child and you're in the home and mom and dad are there and they do listen to one another. They do communicate. They love each other. You see expressions of the love. Sure, they might get angry with each other. There may be arguments from time to time, but they work it out. They see it through. They compromise. Okay? They're for each other. They support one another. Now imagine that child growing up in that home. Okay? Supportive energies. They have a whole different role model for relationships, for males, for females, for creating a home, for communication, for interaction. Now take the home out of the picture and think of it as the home as being your body. And mom and dad as being the sacred masculine and the sacred feminine energies within. Isn't it important for you to work with, address, and communicate with both of these beautiful aspects of yourself? Give them whatever help and assistance that they need to be optimal inside of you. to work with them like a mediator, a negotiator, to bring them together in harmony of support. Because when they support one another, it is a big support system within you energetically. It's going to change your life, every area of your life, particularly relationships, love, romance, business relationships, partnerships, but it will affect every area of your life. Creativity, intuition, bravery, courage, determination, manifestation. Because it's the feminine energies within you that come up with the intuitive hits, the creative ideas, the brilliant inspirations, and says, yes, I want that. I can imagine it. I perceive it. And the masculine energies coming in, the sacred masculine saying, okay, you keep your mind on that visualization, that imagination, what you are seeing, what you are wanting. I know how to create it. I know how to build it. I know how to create it. I know where to get the information. I know how to research this. I'm going to help you to create it. That's the feminine and the masculine energies working together inside in harmony rather than in opposition. And that's what this process is going to help to create. All right? But there's more. And I wrote some notes so that I wouldn't forget. Okay, so maybe you have been living a life where your male energy is actually dominant. And dominant to the point of suppressing your feminine energies. Now, this may show up in women, as I know this happens with a lot of my friends, a lot of my colleagues and clients that I work with. They'll say, you know, Esther, I grew up in this area that women can do anything. Women can do it better than men. I'm just as good as men. Be a ball buster. I went into business and I had to be like a man. I had to use that masculine energies. My masculine energy is so strong, but I just want to be a woman. I want to be feminine. I want to be the feminine goddess that I am. I don't want to go on a date and have my masculine energies showing through. I don't want to lose my masculine energies because it's serving me so well in business and life, but I definitely need a balance. Okay? And that's what doing this webinar is going to help you do, to recalibrate and to rebalance. Okay? It's not about subduing the masculine, the sacred masculine energies. It's about saying, hey, there's a place and a time for both, and also working in harmony within. Maybe you're a male and you are on this conscious journey of ascension and of growth, and you're realizing that your masculine energy is very strong and it comes across as alpha male, really aggressive, maybe brutal sometime in your words, your actions, you're abrupt with your employees, in your business, definitely in your relationships, if you have one. Okay, maybe you don't have respect for women in your life. Okay, it could show up in many different ways. And again, while it may have served you well in some areas, you see that it is detrimental in other areas and you would like a refinement. Okay, maybe your sacred masculine energy is missing. Okay, and this happens sometimes if a man grows up in a household that is female dominated, mother, grandmother, sisters, right? There was a lot of feminine energy around him, and that has become dominant. Or maybe there was a male figure missing growing up, and so the masculine traits were never developed. Okay, so it can show up different for people. I'm just throwing out some ideas. This is not applicable to everybody across the board. Or maybe you're a female and you are just full on in your feminine energies, almost like damsel in the distress, like, oh, I can't do that, or I don't know how. And while it may work with you on some levels, okay, getting other people to do things for you, you're waking up to consciousness and awareness that you would like to be able to do some of this for yourself. You would like to develop some of those masculine traits inside to balance your beautiful feminine goddess energies. Okay? And so that is what we're going to do in this upcoming sacred masculine energy process. We are focusing on the sacred masculine. We're going to connect with it, the energy within. We're going to learn about it and explore it and discover it. And, you know, if there are things that we need to clear or adjust, we're going to work on that level as well. Update it, definitely. An update is going to be needed, and bring it into a good space within you so that moving forward you can continue to nurture and grow it and refine it and recalibrate it. We're also going to connect with the sacred feminine, and we're going to do a little bit more work with her, okay? Because this is not just about working with one, it's about working with both as a pair. Now, a lot of sacred masculine work just stops there, working with the sacred masculine, working with the sacred feminine, but you know me, I like to take it deep and to the core. And so the piece that's often missing, we are going to do is by bringing the sacred masculine and the sacred feminine within together to meet each other face to face and to find out what they think about each other, how they observe one another, how they relate to one another, how they perceive one another, and to see what's off balance here. Okay? What is sabotaging? What is detrimental? And you, because their energy is living inside of you, you're going to be the mediator. You're going to be the coach to bring them closer together and closer together and closer together to work in harmony within. Changing the energetic field within you, which changes the energetic field around you, which is going to change every area of your life. And then you're going to be vibrating a whole different vibration out to the world. And this work will change the sacred feminine and the sacred masculine energies in the world, in humanity, in the collective. This is another way of how you can help the collective as we are on this journey of spiritual growth and consciousness. All right, so I invite you to join me. It is going to be a magnificent, beautiful process. I'm doing this once. Okay, we're going to do it live Tuesday, September 29th, starting at 12 noon. It's going to run 2 to 3 hours. I'm not sure how long it's going to go. You know me, I just follow the energies. We're going to take some breaks, okay? Because this is not you just lying down and listening. There's going to be a participation. I'm going to invite you to bring your journal. You might want to take notes. Okay, this is like meeting a new person in your life. You have to be conscious and alert and present and engaged. And we'll take 5-minute breaks in between sections so you can refresh yourself or write notes, and we'll take as long as it needs. I figure somewhere in the 2 to 3 hours. If you're not able to join us live, hey, no worries. There's going to be a recording and an MP3 download for you to use. All right. So I'm going to put a link below. You can find out more details. That's where the sign up is as well. And let's meet our sacred masculine. Let's help it in any way we can. All right, everybody. Love you lots. Find me on Instagram at Esther Bartkiw. And while you're watching this video, if you're on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel. I am committed to doing a lot more videos for you. And when you subscribe and you hit the bell, you will always have first notice of a new video that pops up created just for you. All right. Ciao, everyone.